every single American deserves to be treated equally in the eyes of the law and in the eyes of our society.
In the United States and around the world, we see progress being made. The tireless advocacy of generations is helping to bend that arc of history. Barriers are being torn down, discriminatory laws repealed. Millions more around the world are now able to live freely and participate in the future of their communities and countries. But there still is a lot to be done.
Today, it's not enough just to help folks one by one. You got to be willing to work for an end to this system of mass incarceration as a whole. And that means ending the war on drugs. We have spent $1 trillion waging this drug war since it began. Funds that could have been used for education, for job creation. We're always being told there's not enough money to pay teachers, there's not enough money for this and enough money. We spent $1 trillion waging a drug war. It's time to stop the madness. Right now in the California legislature, there is pending a bill, SB 1506, that will reduce the penalties, reduce the charges for drug offenses, drug possession offenses, from felonies to misdemeanors. Ending the felony label. We don't want people branded felons for the rest of their life because they were once caught with drugs. End the madness. Invest the money saved in drug treatment, drug prevention, education, job creation. We've got to end the war on drugs. And then we've got to end all these forms of discrimination against people released from prison, discrimination that denies them basic human rights to work, to shelter, to food. We need to support that effort in a big, bold way.
The United States raises the importance of human rights and fundamental freedoms because we believe that all governments do have to answer to citizens' aspirations for dignity and the rule of law, and that no nation can or should deny those rights.
With regard to the death penalty, which is actually at the back of your mind in this question, I'm not sure that the democratic process won't provide the answers sooner than the court does. Because I do think there's a really significantly growing appreciation of the basic imbalance in a cost versus benefit analysis. That the application of death penalty does a lot of harm, does very little good.
We have more work to do. And after so many years, even decades of inaction, you've got every right to push against the slow pace of change. But make no mistake, I want people to feel encouraged here. We are making change. We're making real and lasting change. We can be proud of the progress we've already made. And I'm going to continue to fight alongside you. And I don't just mean in your role, by the way, as advocates for equality. You're also moms and dads who care about the schools your children go to. You're also students figuring out how to pay for college. You're also folks who are worried about the economy and whether or not your partner or husband or wife will be able to find a job. And you're Americans who want this country to succeed and prosper, and who are tired of the gridlock and the vicious partisanship and are sick of the Washington games. Those are your fights too, HRC.
The 47% believe the government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. That it's an entitlement, and the government should give it to them.
The slow, inexorable march towards a more perfect union. You are contributing to that story. And I'm confident we can continue to write another chapter together.